All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tirado. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be explaining how I create these portraits and ultimately turn them into black and white and draw them. I have my son here who's gracing me with his presence in my studio, and I'm basically explaining to him that I want him to be, just himself, be calm, be cool. And as I speak to him, I'm trying to get a reaction, a subtle reaction though. And I'm trying to allow him to be himself, of course. And so we're going through the motions, and I'm basically setting him up so that way I can take the shot as he's talking to me. Okay. And, whether he's laughing or not laughing, I'm going to be taking a series of shots. So I do this because when you're creating a drawing and you want it to be like hyper realistic or realistic, you need a lot of detail, and a lot of the images that we have online just don't have that detail, especially when you're trying to scroll in, right? So I'm not going for a super realistic like photo, a drawing of him. I'm just trying to capture his expression. So the detail doesn't have to be there as much. It should be there, but I'm more focused on the expression. So let's take a look at what we're talking about, real quick. Who you are right here inside. That's how I want it. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, you can say like charismatic. You can say um, thoughtful. You can say funny. It's sometimes funny. I don't know. Interesting. You can say interesting too, because I'm always talking about some crazy stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I would go. I would tell them about the menu.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
We have burgers here. It's right in front of you, so we can go down the list.
See, that right there is exactly what I'm looking for, because that's your personality.
Yeah.
That's your personality. You're funny, but you're also like, I guess you could be a little sarcastic funny.
Yeah, it's like a sarcastic funny, like on the tippy toes, like a smart ass sometimes, but they love it. They love it because they ask questions, and I say it in a very respectful way. I say it and I'm like, oh yeah, if you just look at the bottom of the page right there, it's right there. Yeah, it's full fine bold print for you right there.
Yeah.
Whiskey burger, it got mushrooms on it. You don't like mushrooms? All right, let's say no.
Okay, so now that the photography session is over, we pulled it into Photoshop. I'm in Camera Raw right now. We're going through the image, and we selected this one. And this is who he is, This is my boy, man. He's fun, handsome. This is what he looks like on a regular day, and this is exactly what I wanted to capture. I wanted to capture the real him. The genuine, young man that I know. All right. I didn't want to make it pretentious. I was looking straight into his soul to try to bring out his personality. All right. And this is it right here. So what I'm doing here is I'm adjusting the contrast and a little bit of the exposure. Nothing crazy. I just went down 0.05 on the exposure, but the contrast I wanted to bring down a little bit so that way I could increase a bit more detail in the hair and the skin. And what I'm doing is that I'm adding a bit more texture in Camera Raw, so that way it just makes it a lot easier for me to draw. For me, this is the hack. Having the experience as a photographer and being able to get a photo and properly expose it, and that's what helps. So it's awesome, especially when you're, trying to find an image, right? Like when I'm looking for an image online, my drawings can only be as realistic as the image's clarity, right? So as you can see my son right here, there's a lot of detail in there. There's a lot of detail in his eyebrows, his eyelashes. You can see the fine lines underneath his eyelid, the small hairs on his upper lip and his chin, the cracks on his lips, even the acne and the uneven spots, which I won't be drawing because they're not going to be there as he gets older. I'm looking for the pores in his cheeks, the pores in his forehead. I'm like I said before, the eyebrows, right? I'm looking for that sort of detail. Now, this image here, I wasn't going to make it so detailed. I could have went F8 on it and made it super detailed. I was more focused on the expression, and we achieved that. This is the expression that I was looking for. It's genuine, and this is what I'd be drawing next. So this is how I do it, folks. All right. It's good to have those photography skills and be able to shoot the images yourself, and then ultimately draw them and make them look hyper realistic. That's the challenge. All right. With that being said, guys, I will see you on the next one.